You notice that? Got a little bit of a, what's that shit? OCD shit?
No, but the chills that you're feeling, what do you think it's from?
I mean, are you fucking making fun of me, or do you?
No, I'm asking you for real.
You just lost your fluffy nose.
I'm asking, why am I making fun of you? You're not feeling well. Why would I make fun of you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, where I come from, making fun of people when they feel ill is kind of funny.
Hey, dude, I'm sick. Oh, hey, pussy. What?
That's where I come from. Well, I was gonna play a song intro, but who cares? Fucking whatever. Welcome to the show.
Dude. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to Ellistronics with I don't know, since it's been Ellistronics, I don't book guests anymore, and so I think you might be like, if you're not Katie's friend, then you might be the first person who's like my friend. No, Dingo. Oh, and Raw Dog. So no, you're the third guest. So now,
okay, man.
At this point, I'm pretty much booking them back to back.
So I'm the first guy without a weird street name?
You're just another guy now, because it's just another guest. I'm like the Craig Ferguson of podcasts.
I love it.
A-list, back to back, every single break. With the hugest sponsors ever, I might add.
Why, who are your sponsors?
Jack Nicholson's.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
Beef jerky?
No, Jack Nicholson sponsors the show.
That's great.
Yeah. Weed. All weed.
All weed, all forms. By the way, you can't get shit-faced and get to your place. If you do it, God bless you.
Yeah. I figured I didn't have to say that to you because you're a comedian's comedian. And when you're a comedian's comedian, you have those stories about the tales of hard times. Yeah, I am. Where you had to find shit and you had to make a bong, or somebody was going to cut your leg off.
Or you had
to suck a dick, or no one was going to get paid for any jokes.
Yeah. I remember that time where if I didn't suck somebody's dick, nobody got paid for their jokes.
I remember you told me that story on the Wild World of Spike. To be like, hey man, you think this TV shit's hard?
Now, there's probably been a couple gigs where I was close enough that if I didn't tell jokes, someone wouldn't get paid for sucking dicks. But I've never had it the other way around, where I had to suck a dick, or else people didn't get paid for their jokes.
But it's still been tough.
Yeah, it has been tough.
You've come a long way.
Thank you, dude.
You seem like when I do like a photo of somebody, I see a photo of you, and I know you, and then I see a certain photo, and I'm like, now that is a glorified Sam Tripoli, and he looks glorious.
Yeah.
Because I had them.
Yeah, we've all had some bad days.
No, I have the photo where it's like a glorious photo, and I'll be like, I'll print that, and I'm like, you think I'm on fire?
Yeah, it's all smoke and mirrors.
It's not that much fire.
I try not to correct people, but I just don't want them to think. I always have this fear that people think I'm lying to them. So I always want a preemptive strike and be like, oh, I'm not. No, this is what's really going on, just so you know, I know that you know I'm not lying. And I do that all the time. Instead of this smoke and mirrors that like everybody in Hollywood does, and they just put out this fake it till you make it. But I don't want people to know I'm faking it. So I'm always like, no, this is the real shit. I do it all the time.
I think I'm like a classic example of when keeping it real goes bad.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, keeping it real goes right because I'm a fucking dog. Like, and you teach the dog to sit, and if you say sit, I'll sit. Now, if you say stand, I can't. That's not gonna work out. You can't teach me a new trick.
Yeah, when everyone's zigging, you want to zag.
Yeah, I was told being honest is gonna work out for me.
That's what they tell you all the time, and you find out that the best liars are rich motherfuckers.
Yeah. No, I'm a sinking battleship.
It's very interesting because you see that in comedy. You see these guys who go up. And not all of them. Some people, their truth is very mainstream. Like my friend Sebastian Maniscalco. You know, this guy is like, he's a family guy. He's Italian. He's first generation. What he talks about is on stage. But his truth, and someone like Tom Segura is like that too. Their truth is very mainstream. My truth, not very mainstream. Very dark. I gravitate more towards where you are in a lot of sense than where these guys are. And they're like, oh, be honest on stage. I'm like, I scare people with the honesty.
You know, I used to think that was cool, and that was like the thing that I was being popular for, but it's not. I told the telly about, we're making another book, and he was saying the second book, because it was like How to Be Awesome, and so it was like mainly a joke, you know what I mean? But it was like a lot of sex stuff. And he said that they were like not into it. They wanted telly to steer me out of that.
Yeah, it is weird.
I thought that they wanted me to talk about that because nobody else would talk about it, and it was like, if you read it in the privacy of your own home, you weren't a fucking homo that, like, you know what I mean, that had done a bunch of creepy shit.
Yeah.
You could just read and go, oh my god, people really do that?
Yeah.
But no, I don't think so. I think you have to be like, you could be like, yeah, man, a couple of things. I'll let you in on a couple of things.
Right.
Because that'll be a tasteful amount. But
it's my theory that men's sexuality, and we like, guys are like, oh, big and bitches, but like really like gritty, true sexuality scares people. Whereas like Chelsea Handler's like, so I get coke off these NBA players' dicks or whatever her story might be. And, you know, it's like you can't brag about that enough as a chick, and everyone's like, yeah.
Wait,
there's multiple stories of her partying and all these people. She, you know, her honesty within a couple of her books, everybody kind of applies it for.
Oh, okay.
Where I have this bit about the time I smoked crack and this guy wanted to suck my dick, and like I talk about it on stage because it's such a real raw bit, and I have to now put it in the middle of my act because people get weirded out by it, you know?
Yeah? Oh, wow. Wait, did you think it changed? You're saying you used to use it?
I used to think I want to do it at the end, and everyone would be like, oh, that's so crazy. And everyone's like,
okay.
You know, and I'm like, well, that's the truth you guys want to hear. You like, and you like, they love it from some people. Like, they love, like, Richard Pryor, like, oh, I smoke crack and I set on fire. And that's a legendary bit of his, you know. But for some people, the truth scares them from some people. But it's like, I have this fear of being caught on shit for some reason, so I always want to be like, this is the truth. This is my truth. I'm throwing it out there. So at the end of the day, like I was doing this political show, and the host was like, these chicks are gonna bring up that you've hung out with hookers or you get hookers, all that shit. And I go, I've talked about that shit 1,000 times in a million things. That's why I do it, so that there's no like gotcha with me, you know? It's just, I don't know, I feel like I love when you go on stage and you're so fucking brutally honest. And I know you're like, oh no, but I love that shit. Because people are so afraid of that. And we want to,
well, that's an easier thing for me to achieve on stage than being funny.
I don't know when you've never been funny.
To just be like raw and uncomfortable. I was kind of originally attracted to try and stand up because of that. Because I kind of like that myself. But then I found, like, it's your room, it's not my room. If somebody pays for you to be there, and you're like, no, I'm just going to say shit that I think's so creepy that it's funny.
Yeah.
And then if I find somebody to be finding it very uncomfortable, then I would love to interview them a little bit about, you know, to maybe make it even worse. But the cringing part is kind of cool.
Well, I find that, you know, some people think the only way comedy is good is if it's like, not Ron White because he's amazing, but like this kind of safe mainstream Jeff Dunham laugh every 2 seconds kind of comedy, and it's like
it is though.
No, I don't think it is.
Okay.
I think like it's quicker to get to certain places, but I think I personally, you know, granted, like I'm constantly thinking about quitting comedy, constantly,
really,
all the time, and it's just like I believe that at the end of the day, are they like, man, I was entertained by that. You know, it's like I do these conspiracy shows now, and sometimes the laughs aren't big, and I'm like, I don't know if they're enjoying this. But
man, you do a conspiracy show in front of a live audience.
Yeah, so Eddie Bravo and I are now doing a tinfoil hat comedy.
He doesn't really think the Earth is flat, right?
I believe he does.
Okay.
But let me just say this: it's not my thing. It's not my thing at all.
Yeah, no shit.
But I know there's things I believe in that people look at me.
Tesla that went up. What do you say about that?
He thinks that's all fake too.
Okay.
You know, and that's fine.
Yeah,
not my thing.
Entertaining as hell. To have a co-host that would flat out tell me that the Tesla thing is fake. I mean, as a guy that runs a radio show, I mean that's a goldmine to me. I would analyze the living piss out of him.
Bring all the weirdos, I say, dude. Let all the weirdos come.
Because the other thing he's got is like this extreme amount of credibility in the fucking land of fucking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is like one of the most difficult things to do with your body. And he's like one of the better people that has ever done it. So it's like, hey man, the world is flat. Like I haven't seen the video, I've just heard all the bullshit. And I'm like, it's way more amusing coming from him.
Right.
Because I've personally seen him tell people how to do shit with their body where it flat out fucking works, and it does for everybody now.
That's the weird thing,
But
right?
then he's like, the world is flat. I'm like, wait, what about the plane? What the fuck are you talking about? I've been in an air balloon and fucking my chicken. I've looked out the side and I'm like, this curve, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck. What are you
I'm
talking
with you,
about?
dude. We want to send them into space.
I don't want to roll with you, but man, I do want to have a flat ground.
But Live Nation has gotten behind this.
What do you mean?
Live Nation is going to test out the Tinfoil Hat Comedy Tour, and we're doing Cobb's in San Francisco June 1st, and then we're doing Sacramento June 2nd. And it's me, Eddie Bravo, and I'm going to see if I can get some local superstars to pop on and do some time. And it's conspiracies, but it's like your favorite conspiracy theorist talk about life.
Are you at
and
a table?
What?
Are you at a table?
No, we're at a comedy club.
Were you all standing up?
Yeah, it's a stand-up show.
Wait, so you do individual stand-up?
Yeah, each one of us goes up and we do comedy.
About conspiracy theories?
That and life and everything.
Okay, so it's more stand-up.
It's a comedy show involving
a lot of people that are known to fucking
be into conspiracies.
Got it.
Right? There's going to be a ton
I thought you guys were like doing like a kid, like the show that I'm on, that I was on, the Tinfoil Hat. I thought you were like doing that on stage. Like
they want us to do that. Live Nation wants us to do a podcast.
I think that's a great idea. I saw Doug Benson do his thing with the panel. And I think it looks like everybody loves it. Everyone's having a great time. I'm like, man, it's a great idea then.
I'm bringing the tribes together, dude. I'm bringing all the conspiracy tribes together. I've reached out to all the biggest ones and I'm trying to bring them all under one little roof. And it's kind of good. We want to do a big show in Vegas. We're setting it up. But yeah, man. I mean, things are great, dude. I mean, I love that world. People look at me like I'm a crazy cat lady.
But that's fun though, right? In itself.
Well, it is fun.
I was going to say, I feel like you enjoy it.
Well, it's like people try to antagonize me sometimes.
I would hope that you would enjoy, like, if I'm fucking with you, because I definitely am not, like, calling bullshit on your conspiracies to be so that you can go home and be like, fuck, Ellis is a...
No, dude. As long as I leave and it's cool. I can debate to the ends of days. I don't take any of it personally. Cool. Oh, there's been some weird ones.
Yeah, because you're somebody who's really over the top into conspiracy. So, like, you could lay one on me where I'd be like, it's not true.
Right.
And I don't know, I don't feel like I can actually offend you enough in my conviction of I don't believe you. Or you'd be like, well, fucking whatever else.
Well, right? there's been some times where, like when we got in a debate on your show, I wasn't sure if you were really angry.
About what?
We were discussing Vegas. I don't know if you really were angry now. I can debate and I understand theater. Like I've been
I was yelling or something.
Yeah, which is fine. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's like I like to do this thing at the end is like you hug at the end of the show.
Oh.
And I did this political show recently, and this I'm actually I did too, and feminists just scream at me about how white guys are all rapists, and I'm just like,
wow.
That's what they yell at me, man. And
pretty
I'm like,
tough sentence for a level human to say.
But it's just they scream at you, and then you end up going like, "Why you yell?" And then you scream back, and then they yell at you, "Why you scream at them?" But it's the generalizations of all these things. Like I just like to debate.
Well, look, I had a legitimate conspiracy theory that no one's ever talked about.
Okay.
I actually have two.
Okay.
And one involves, do you know Christopher Hitchens?
Yes.
I really like him, and I watch a lot of his shit.
Okay.
And the more I watch it, because I take breaks, and then it was maybe a year I took a break, and then I watched it again recently, down another wormhole of shit somehow I missed, because I really thought I'd seen a lot of his videos. And I'm like, fuck, man, like, the balls on this dude, because of how offensive it is to stand up for your shit is not real. Like, maybe I shouldn't use the word shit if I say, but I don't believe any of your stuff is not real. And I can prove it. And then to say it, and then to say how disrespectful it is to drain people or to get people involved in torture, slavery, or any of that stuff in the name of it, how despicable it is, and to get away with it, because you can't get away with that without precise, your precision wording and extreme intelligence. And when he did it, nobody punched him in the face, but he did say at one point that Muslims were by far the worst because of the era that he's in now. He was like, if I was in Roman time, I would pick their church because that was the one that was in control at the time. Right. He thinks the Muslim one because of them saying that they are the last religion, he's like, even that in itself is a threat on the rest of us, and he thinks they personally cannot wait for them to die. The end of time, where the bad go and the good stay. They cannot wait for that day.
Right.
So that is the thing that you should be in fear of the most, because in reality he believes we should all just stay here. And I thought when I watched this particular video where he said that, to a fucking giant room of Muslims, Christians, like fucking nobody in there liked him, dude.
Yeah.
Drinking his whiskey and being a pompous fucking smart ass too. Like he'll fucking ring a ding sting one on the end for you. Be like, not only will he say his point, but then he'll, put a sting on it for whatever, which is, I felt even insulting. I'm like, look, that's what they believe in. There's no need to be a smart ass. But then he just dies flat out of cancer out of nowhere. And I'm like, no one brought it up. Nobody brings that dude up. And I know why, because religious people don't want that dude, because he proves mad points about how it is kind of stupid, all of it, and it is kind of poison, all of it. And of course you won't bring him up all the time, because you don't want kids, people like me, to be like, whoa, I didn't know. I did not know that after 9/11 that he was still alive. After watching videos of him talking about 9/11, I'm like, wait, I just didn't know about him. Maybe it's because I didn't read literature or the news. I miss those. I miss them dudes.
It's almost 20 years ago.
So all of a sudden I'm catching this guy and I'm like, man, do people talk about it? Where's the guy on the news now that's like, I'm still pointing this out to all you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like the Catholic Church with the priest. He's like, how's that good for the world? Just many. No,
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. There are
he did just die suddenly. You obviously know.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, there's a lot of weaponized stuff like that. I mean, there's been theories that, like the old dictator leader of Venezuela, he constantly would talk about how they were trying to kill him, the United States, and then he got, like, throat cancer and died very quickly, There are those it's like so interesting. I just had a podcast earlier this. I did Tinfoil Hat, and I had a guy named Jason Louv on, and he has a book called John D. And it's basically about this really smart man centuries ago who basically wanted to use religion. He came up with the idea of the British Empire, the New World Order, and the whole thing was to get all religions under one thing so that we all believe the same thing in the hopes of bringing the end of times, to bring on the end of days.
But
and like we were just talking about, like, there's some people think the end of days is gonna go smooth, and
they're super into it.
It's like, fucking, dude.
They work around the clock to get it going.
Yeah, there's guys who, like, there are, and my problem with his talk about, like, the Muslims, like, there are Christians in this country that are paying for any Jews around the world to move to Israel. Because the whole thing is get all the Jews in Israel.
Because apparently when that happens, and then the fucking dude comes or something.
Yeah, and then they just think it's going to be this cool block party with Jesus.
Can we just organize for that to happen to shut them up?
I don't want it to.
No, wait, you think something's going to happen?
No, but why risk it?
What do you mean? If Jesus comes, isn't that what the prophet, right? He comes?
That's what I don't believe any of that.
Well, then, but that's what I'm saying. But if you say, look, everybody who isn't Jewish, get out.
Yeah.
All the Jews, get in.
Yeah.
And then be like, look, everyone text, phone call, right? All Jews in?
Yeah.
Almost everyone out.
Right.
For sure. One more get military. Breeze through. Nobody in here who isn't Jewish.
Yeah.
All right, hit the fucking, full Jews.
Right.
Everything is Jew.
Yeah.
Let's sit 48 hours.
Yeah.
Mind your own business.
Yeah.
And then come back to him. Is he here?
Nothing.
And then be like, if they say, 7 days and 40 nights on a fucking day.
Right.
What do you think of 40 nights? Because I'll go back, it sounds pretty religious.
Yeah.
But no, it's 40 nights. And I'm like, okay, all right, 40 nights.
Yeah.
Can we televise the 40th night?
Yeah,
you guys doing that? If you know, I fucking understand, but I'm just saying you guys should.
Live on pay-per-view.
We'll give you half. So.
End of day. Children under 12 get a free cow.
But when it doesn't happen, Everybody that let that happen has to go, right, you all need to shut the fuck up and stop.
I'm with you on that, dude.
But it's been proven you can't say, no. Well, yeah, you had it. It was all...
I'm with you.
And nobody came.
I'm with you,
No
dude.
locusts.
Yeah. I mean, the locusts, dude, people don't realize, so this thing called CERN, have you ever heard of CERN?
No.
It's this, it's in Europe, and it's this, I'm not smart enough to describe it, but basically these scientists made this 18-mile tube, and they're smashing atoms to see how small they can get it down, and also basically recreate the Big Bang thing. What?
That was really happening?
It's happening now. And it's this crazy thing.
In a tube?
Yeah, they're smashing atoms, and it's gone down to the smallest particle they found is basically a hexagon or a pentagon. Yeah. It's like it's the size of, it's like a pentagon of this atom, and they're trying to see how small they can get or wherever they go, and it's built in the area in which, when the end of days happens, that's where the hole opens and the locusts come out, and the locusts are like these flying like grasshoppers they're flying scorpions with human heads on them, and they're supposed to kill everybody. That is the end of days.
But I'm into that.
People think it's going to be sunshine and blue skies.
I'd rather it was that than
what's going on now?
I don't know, just a bunch of people trying to set fire to my house and shit. You know what I mean? It's like, oh god, normal people, rape.
Just
because that's the worst thing they can do. But if it's like, because I'm too fucking hard, man. If you rape me, I'm going to stay conscious and go through it. But if you fucking are a scorpion, man, with a face and you sting me, I'm in shock.
Call it a day.
I don't feel like I'm actually... Oh, the terror! How long does it last? It's like a fucking shark attack. You're just done.
It's almost like fighting when, almost the fear of getting hit is almost worse than getting hit.
It's way... Dude, here's one for you. I'm glad you brought that one up. Fucking anaconda, dude. When I had that 9-foot anaconda bite me in the show years ago. That fucking thing, dude, was the exact same size as my fist like that when I do that, and the forearm. That was the front of this dude's head.
Yeah.
And everybody was holding him. And they're like, put your arm out. And I was like, I've lost my mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you've lost your mind to be entertaining it. You're so desperate.
Why are you doing that?
I swear, because I thought if I did it and people were listening in the car, they'd be like, fuck, that dude's fucking crazy. Go listen to that dude's show. I thought it was a good idea. So, but when he was about to go, I was like, oh my god, I'm insane for letting my arm stay there. And then, bat! And I remember going, shock! And then go, but, yes, shock, but nowhere near the fucking pain of when I watched that head snap on, I thought I was going to feel like...
And the teeth went in you?
Yeah, but the anaconda had millions of little teeth.
Oh, I got
you. So there was no fangs that went straight through my whole arm.
I've had fangs in me before.
You know,
by a snake. I had a garden snake and I grabbed it, and it was like a big one, and it just went boom, and I'm like, oh!
It didn't come out straight away, right? Then shit gets stuck.
Yeah, I'm like, get on! And I throw it and I run, and my dad's like, oh, you're gonna die.
Yeah, we did. We did a lot of snake bites on the show for a while. I got bit by that same anaconda on the back of the neck while I had to jerk off Foxy. It was before you know what I mean.
There's a time and a place, dude. We all did crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's how I used to be doing nuts shit. I love it, dude.
You do nuts shit on a podcast and whatever the naughty show.
The naughty show
shit all the time.
Yeah, with porn stars and all that shit.
So how is that not doing weird shit anymore?
No. I don't do it anymore. I mean, I
do the naughty show.
I did. I think I did the last one recently.
Why?
I think it's because I think it had its time, and I think I've moved out to other, and this window of opportunity with Tinfoil has really opened. So I think I'm gonna just see if I can step right through it.
That's a good idea.
I enjoy the dirty comedy like you. It's like, oh man, I really enjoy this, and then people are just like, yeah, people. Joe Rogan said once, people don't want to talk about what their dirty shit is. They want to keep it inside. And later on, I realized that people don't mind porn stars. They like porn stars, but they kind of like that in this weird kind of behind closed doors thing. You know what I'm saying? The porn stars and all this shit. I did stuff with Penthouse. It was fun, but I just feel like there's way more opportunity with this tinfoil hats. And I'm really, like, I learned so much today on this podcast just about people and just like the history of how people have worked and how people at the top have tried to control the masses. And it's just so interesting. Yeah. And nothing happens on coincidence, I think, in terms of how we interact with each other. And I find that just so fascinating.
Yeah, I feel like the more involved I get in trying to understand the business, the more I understand the business works, and the more I feel like where I am is and what I talk about and the people that are influenced by the show. Because I think a lot of people hear the show because SiriusXM has a lot of people that can listen to the show, but I don't think everybody really cares. But there's a few people that really give a shit, and I can't lie to those people. So therefore, everybody else has to get the truth as well. You can't sort of dodge that shit. But I've noticed it as like a it's a corporate organization that I work for. You know, like there's things that they do that like I'm in the middle of trying to deal with something right now. They're trying to stop another thing that I do that is more by myself and less a part of them. And lately, the way I promote myself, and it's not even the way I promote myself, the way everybody promotes themselves is better than the way big-time corporate people think about promoting stuff. It's an old model. Yeah, and it's like, that's been happening for a while now, and it's like, look, the show is good, we're talented, we're doing good. It's no more pissing contests anymore. It doesn't matter what you like. We're just good enough to be in the game for a fucking long time. Yeah. But not if you're riding down some fucking street nobody's looking at. And I feel like everybody needs to work with everybody. And I feel like instead of, like, I feel like some people might be trying to piss off another source of entertainment when all you're doing is shooting each other in the foot. Like, even if it's, like, different mediums, like podcasting, SiriusXM, FM radio. Right. There's no point everybody just shitting on each other. Because in the end of the day, when you've got a comedy gig, you've got a book out or a movie, you're going to fucking talk to all of them.
And you got to. And the notion of trying to, old media, trying to control new media, it's like blood in the water, dude. It's in there and it's gone. And the best thing you do is try to figure out how to understand it and use it to your advantage instead of using it then trying to stop people from doing it. And it's just not going to work, man. It's just not. Like right now, I'm a conspiracy theorist, right? The world of conspiracies, there's major censorship going on within Google, Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, and I already said Twitter. So those 5 things are doing blatant, obvious, censorship of this type of media. Or this type of medium. Now, we get called alt-right when we're not because right now the Clintons are in the crosshairs, whereas 15 to 18 years ago, it was like 9/11, George Bush, Dick Cheney, and all that crazy shit. So we weren't then we were battling the right guys on the right. Now, because our crosshairs are the Clintons, people are going at it. They are censoring a lot of people that are putting out a huge subreddit on Reddit, which had like 25,000 subscribers, just got wiped off the face of the earth. Just one day they went there and it was gone. And that's Reddit just shut it down. And you're seeing that on YouTube, people's channels just getting shut down. And it's like, it's too late, man. You're trying to control something, and in the long run, it's going to destroy your credibility with a big group of people if you try to, control the flow of information. It's out there. It's the blood in the water. If you try to control it, it's going to look archaic and your credibility is going to crash and burn. And what's going to happen is a new medium's going to pop up that will go, hey, we're not them anymore. Boom. And everyone will run over here. And that's kind of what's happening with Facebook right now. When people found out Facebook was listening to you, facial recognition stuff, censoring stuff, people are like, Fuck you. And people are leaving Facebook in droves. What happened to MySpace is now happening to Facebook.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Facebook is taking a shit right now, dude.
Good.
Because
I don't even know how to use that fucking thing.
It's really simple. But
my
now,
Instagram's hooked up to it. That's the only way I'm on it.
Instagram's great too, but eventually when the young fucking hookers don't want to be associated with the old hookers, they'll run to another medium where they can flash their asses, and then Instagram will die.
Yeah, I don't actually want to be a part of it. I feel like there's a certain amount that this next contract that I have with Sirius is like for me, what is their major plan for the Jason Ellis show? And if it's like half decent, then let's just end this on, you know what I mean, whether we're gonna, I don't need to be CERN guy, or I don't want to barter with you forever. Like, just give me a solid deal that solidifies that I stay here. And if this turns out to be not the biggest medium in the world, you paid me a bunch of money. You know what I mean? So people that still have it, I'm here and I'm doing a good job.
But it's doing well, right?
Yeah, but I just don't believe that anything's forever, especially when I see people do things that I'm like, man, wait, are you listening? Because maybe you're not listening. You know, because that's what you just did tells me that maybe you're not paying attention.
Yeah, you're too much in your echo chamber.
Little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I think the more I do this stuff, the more I understand all the different aspects of it, and I feel like I'm surpassing their certain parts of their entertainment. I don't want to get in trouble.
No, I get what you're saying.
I just feel like I can do some of their jobs, but that sounds like such a shithead thing. But
no, I see it.
I'm on social media. I know what you got to say, what you got to do. You guys, I look at your social media. I'm like, what the? Who's running that?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Somebody call him and stop him or her. Like,
I do comedy clubs, bro. I'll do these comedy clubs that are old school comedy clubs, and like they're still advertising in newspapers, and I go, man, you are missing this boat.
Yeah.
I put out every one of these tweets. You have not retweeted once, liked one of them, posted anything about it. And you see comedy clubs all the time. They're like, your job is to fill it, dude. I go, bro, listen to me, man. You stand to make way more money than I do. Yeah. Your notion that it's my job to fill it is laughable. It's not backed by numbers or math or business sense.
To be in business and not be a part of that rat race is like...
But not to use social media.
It's just like, maybe you don't want to be that successful. Which is like, well then wait, what the fuck is business?
The most popular comedy club in the world is the Comedy Store. It sells more tickets than any other comedy club in the entire fucking world. Okay?
How do they do that?
Well, they're blessed that it has, there are a lot of guys who are very big in the world of podcasting that consider the Comedy Store home for like decades, okay? But on top of that, their social media is aggressive. It attacks. It is constantly. Now, there's another comedy club that they didn't do it forever, and I think they were watching the Comedy Store, and now they're doing it. And all they're doing is constantly putting out clips on comedy, pushing this. That's how you survive.
Yeah.
Because that's what the people are. Dude, I only subscribe to the newspaper because I feel bad for the LA Times. That it's dying.
I never read, so...
Yeah, I'm with you, dude.
I look at stuff now if there's information to talk about on the show. But with the... Like, I was just going to leave the whole thing, but then I realized it's not over yet. Like, I have to... And there's like, some of the negative of it made me not want to be a part of it, but then I realized, like, that's part of my art form. I wouldn't say it's the best part, but it's still part of the thing that I plan on doing a bunch of stuff that you would want to see, not hear. So why would I not have a thing where I play videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get all emotional about everybody's bullshit, because sometimes I get dragged into me fighting for one thing and people hating me for the other, and I'm like, man, if you had any idea what the real story was...
Yeah.
But I can't say it, because... It's gonna get...
Comedies... the entertainment business is so crazy. And the people at Sirius are doing the best they can, and they're doing a good job.
They've been helping me more lately. We're supposed to go on tour.
I think that they're just having to realize that the game, And it is, man. I mean, there's people who've been in that world for a very long time, and that the game has completely and utterly changed, man. You know, I feel really bad for people who are into, like, advertising. Like, you know, they just got replaced by 23-year-olds because they didn't want to adapt to the times. And then there's people who do adapt, and they're masters at it, and they take what works with human beings and applies to this new medium, a new style, and it works.
See, that's why I'm not out. I'm not like everything I do is perfect. No, I want new stuff. I don't think I'm old. I still see myself as a baby. I'm like, what is everybody else doing? And like, is there a piece of that I can take and make that's my own? Like, everybody's up for grabs. Like, I've been for everybody. Like, I can't just think like, oh, I'll just keep doing, you know, dude is a gay. I make that joke all the time. What about if I just do dude is a gay for 20 more years? No. I'll shoot myself, and so will anybody that listens to the show.
I'm with you.
You gotta do something different, man.
You gotta adapt or you die, man. And I'm kind of in that in comedy right now with my stand-up. The kind of comedy I enjoy doing, which is raw, real, and just like talk about, I need to take a step back going, unless I'm a huge name, a really successful guy, because there's big name dudes doing what I'm doing, getting big laughs. But since I'm not on that level, it's just a big fight. And so after I record my special on March 25th, I'm going to take a little time to breathe and go, what am I doing on stage? Yeah. Why am I up there? I used to love to just get a laugh and entertain and in a weird way educate. What is going on right now? Because I don't want to go up there doing the same shit, and I like adapt or die.
I mean, I think that's a good idea. I don't think anything bad can come from it.
Well, my whole fear is that all the little I have, you know, I have more than I could ever want. I'm dead serious, but I get worried that like little things I have will go away.
No.
Yeah, I know that, but that's the fear. That's the fear.
Okay, yeah, because I see that. Because I fear that.
You know, I'm gonna take it like a week off from radio, and then you come back and like, oh, dude, we got this new guy.
I just feel like I could be bad all of a sudden, or all of a sudden everything I always said was amusing is no longer. But I've got another. It's not a conspiracy. Here's my theory on aliens.
Yes.
I've always thought lately that octopus are like monkeys to aliens. Monkeys are like, we're monkeys. We're descendants of monkeys. We're the most intelligent monkeys that have ever lived. The most intelligent octopus that has ever lived is actually an alien that lives far, far away, and they come in spaceships that are inside the spaceship is water or liquid, and because you know how an octopus, when they're underwater, they can change color, but for us,
and they shapeshift,
right? And when we're watching them, because we're adults and we've got like, you know, there's people with binoculars, they're fucking cheating, and you're like, I can still see you, motherfucker, but that's like the monkey of the alien. So like, imagine an alien.
You're saying that's the most primal version of the alien.
That's what I'm saying, exactly.
I'm not against that.
Which means they could be around us right now, camouflaged.
Oh, you mean like just chilling, sitting on that garbage can right there watching us?
I think if I was an undiscovered alien, that would be pushing it.
Yeah.
But I think that traveling around in the air without being noticed... No,
you know what I think? People ask me what conspiracy I believe in. I believe just take every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie from the 80s and have them all run at one time. And they're all going on. There's Predators. There's Terminators. There's like Russians. Like I believe it all, man. I believe it's all. You
believe there's a Predator?
Aliens, that's what I'm trying to say. There's aliens. There's fucking all this shit.
Because aliens would never be... like old buff and have rubber fingernails.
Well, you know, there's the, you know, if you go really far back in the religions, man, the whole idea is like the really enlightened people do not re-enter the rebirth cycle. That you don't go into the light, and when you're so educated at some point, you no longer get reborn. Reborn is actually some weird kind of way of being reborn into the energy cycle. And there's this whole theory that it's basically the Matrix, where we're used as energy for we're energy cells for aliens, you know. And the really enlightened people do not go into the light, and you actually just become one with the universe. That's me for sure. I'm so close.
That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close. That's so close
I mean, you never know, dude.
Yeah.
You don't know. You might be the most super enlightened. You don't know. Or you go back
I
into...
could also be a complete moron. It's neck and neck.
It's possible.
Yeah.
You never know.
It is possible.
But you seem to be diving into deeper realms.
Yeah, I've always, especially since I did the transcendental meditation, I felt like I could do things. I slowed things down inside my head, made things realize how many things I would think about that were just fucking waste of time. So that was pretty good. And I also don't trust anybody in the government. Never trust any of those people.
Oh, that's my whole thing.
And I'm just like, everything they've ever said, it's like, you can't just say complete 180 of whatever they say, but man, a lot of their shit, I don't believe, so then that makes a lot of other things more possible, because they say that it isn't.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's quotes by very high ups in the CIA over the years that basically brag about, they'll know when their job is complete, when everything the masses believe isn't true. They're too busy to search, so they take their word for it. And you see all that happening right now, and that's my whole thing. It's like, I don't expect to change any minds or right any wrongs. I just like to study what is going on. Mark Maron always pounds on me. It's like, what are you trying to do? And I'm like, I'm not trying to do anything other than just try to figure out what's going on. They're like,
he gets angry at you for it?
No, he likes to bust my balls.
He's angry.
No, he's a ball buster, but
okay.
I'm not going to say he's not angry. I'm just going to say he just likes to bust
sober,
balls.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was angry when I was sober. I mean, I'm still angry. I'm just like high and angry, which is way more mellow. I'm really probably in one of the best places mentally. I'm just like, I'm somewhat kind of talking about what you're talking about radio with me and stand-up. It's like, I see a game that's got to be played. I have no desire to do it. And I'm just really enjoying this podcast that I'm doing and exploring those kind of worlds and the freedom that comes with that. A lot of my buddies, they're just these really successful comedians. They have these humongous podcasts, and they're just begging to get back on TV because I know that there's a paycheck with that. And they're older, so that is what comedians they grew up watching doing. So that's what they want to do. But like Ari Shaffir used to say, it's like, that's like running back to the plantation, dude. It's like, if you can get the freedom of being your own boss, doing it your own way, there's something about that. I get it if they want to offer you a paycheck, why not take it? But for me, it's just like, don't get me wrong, if someone came to me and goes, Sam, you want to be... depends on the show. I'm really not interested. Like when we did our show 10 years ago, like I used to go, dude, this is work. We're getting up at 5 in the morning. This is fucking work. Yeah, I felt like it was more work for you than it was for me, but yeah, it was work.
I just didn't want to get up. I like sleeping.
Oh, really? The morning bit was working? You doing that show?
Getting up early, yeah, it was work. I might sleep till 10.
We weren't getting up in the dark or anything.
We were getting up at 5 in the morning.
So what?
Because that's what I want to do.
You ain't got kids, right?
No.
Yeah, 5 in the morning. Have a kid. 5 in the morning.
If I gotta get up for kids, that's fine.
For a TV show, but that was the other thing. I remember thinking there was a time there where I really, I believed I was a daydreamer. I was like, we're gonna make it, man. We're gonna do it.
But what is making it? I think you've done it.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm making it, and that gave me energy. It's like, what's that guy that said that? Do you need your coat? And he was like, no, my fucking, the comfort of like fucking knowing I'm a tough cunt soldier or something representing his flag, keeps me warm. Some bullshit, warrior thing,
right?
Like I felt like the energy of the potential.
Hope.
Fame and fortune of like just America, like because it's a bigger thing to me because I'm not from here. Everything's always looked a little bit more special, because you're a bit of a tourist at all times. At heart, when I'm a kid, no matter what, I still sound like an Australian, so I still am a little bit. And I'm like, man, it still affects me a little bit. That's why I stay away from it now because I noticed the show gets me weird celebrity friends where I can't. I'm stable. But I'm not, stable enough to be best friends with Marilyn Manson. I can't go to Marilyn Manson's house and hang out. I just won't last that long. I know I won't.
I get that.
It's kind of a bit sad to know the truth of that, but also... there's way more to be sadder about.
There is. Everything's graded on a scale. Man, when I moved to LA, I don't ever remember saying I want to be a movie star or any of that stuff. I always just wanted to tell dick jokes. I make good, you know, it's like I'm very blessed. I make good money right now doing different things, and it lets me. So I don't know what it is. Sometimes I talk about it, so I get depressed because when I look at the Mount Rushmore, it's all my best friends, and I can get like, why am I on there? You know, me and Sebastian Maniscalco used to co-headline together. Now he makes $16 million a year. But
who?
Sebastian Maniscalco. He's this Italian. He's been on your show before, but. For me, dude, I make good money for me, and that's cool with me, dude. I flunked first grade, man. I talk about that all the time. I flunked nobody expected anything of me.
Yeah. Oh, no. Definitely.
I was supposed to pump gas. Yeah. That was the job back in the day, and I was going to do it, dude.
No, I did that ridiculous show, and Rob Dyrdek was like, out of all of us, you were the most guaranteed to fail out of every single one of us, for sure. Like, you being here on this show is... absolutely amazing. And then it's like, and you have a book, and it's a New York Times bestseller, and I'm like, yeah, and you know I can't read. He's like, I do know that. I remember making fun of you. Everybody made fun of you when you were young, making fun of you for it. Like, he's a moron. He's a barbarian, though. You got to seem scared. I felt like that was made, made up for.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I found something I'm passionate about.
Yeah, you made me want to do comedy a little bit again, though.
I think you're wonderful.
I just feel like if you think I'm wonderful, that'll do. And I feel like if I was to put a little bit more effort in it, and then I hear all these other people saying, if you just go a lot, you get way better. And I was like, I could do that. Like, I know a couple people where I could just go to a shit club every night if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, that Adam dude would let me go to the Dime. I mean,
dude, I'm starting this new club called the Dojo every night. You're
the Dojo?
Yeah, you did a show there once.
Oh, okay.
Remember? You yelled at me. You remember that?
Wait, I yelled at you?
I'm only kidding, dude.
That made me...
I'm only kidding,
dude. So punchy. I'm like, did I? Fuck.
No, you were great. But that room, it's going every night, and and it's just like, yeah, dude. And listen, man, it's like I got Lee Sayat, the guy on your...
Yeah.
I got him to do stand-up, man.
And I finally get that podcast now. I watched their podcast. I was like, oh, my God. I showed Katie.
Joey Diaz's?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
He had a blonde girl on, some comedian.
Kate Quigley.
Fucking annihilated her with those edible things, which made me started eating weed because... I fucking hurt my back from those antibiotics. It made my back spasm and my IT band and my sciatic nerve started acting up. So I was like in crazy pain. 2 days in a row, I fucking ate a painkiller on the show. And I don't do, because I'm scared of those things.
Yeah.
I fucking chewed it without a drink. I was like, I am fucking in hell right now.
Oh my God.
Then the third day, I was like, I don't give a shit. But then I ate a bunch of weed because I watched this thing on YouTube of these motherfuckers talking about eating... fucking thousands of milligrams.
Oh, dude, they go deep,
and I'm like,
bro.
I feel like you're lying to me. I mean, like, Lee told me on your show, like 2,000. I'm like, no. There's 200 milligram starfish, and you guys are talking about those, and it seems like your eyes are rolling back in your head. And I saw one where somebody must have edited Joe Rogan saying, you eat it, and it does something different in your system. And I'm a junkie at heart, but
me too.
I'm not scared of marijuana, and I don't think that that's going to be a bad thing for Jason to survive. Some may argue different, and that's fair too. But when I heard that, I was like, I wonder, because I've always been worried about eating it, but I've lately become like not panicky about it. It's just a different thing to me now. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just fucking try it. And I'm like, how many are they fucking doing? What's he talking about? Well, fucking 200 milligrams. And I'm like, okay, if he's doing 200 and they're fucking, bragging about it, I'm like, I'll just do $1.50 and see what happens there. You know what I mean? And I remember telling Kevin, because Andrew's not around, because he's sick and he died. And he got fired.
Really?
Yeah, for dying. I think, no, he said, I quit, and then shut himself in front of the big boss. But anyway, Kevin Kraft is now in charge of the show, and I said I ate this fucking candy this morning, so if I start making no sense, you'll know why.
You're right.
You know what I mean? And he was like, really? I'm like, yeah, but I should be fine. And I didn't fucking feel anything. And then when I got home, Katie's like, how'd that go? And I was like, how did what go? And she's like, the weed you ate this morning. I was like, fuck! I don't even remember it. And then I told the guy I get stuff off, and he was like, if you're in a lot of pain, it won't get you high. It'll just like go to the pain.
Really?
Yeah.
They're so smart with weed now,
yeah,
right?
I know, but sometimes they say stuff, you know,
just to get you doing it.
You know what I mean? I don't fucking believe. Like, I know you're the other conspiracy theorist, but I don't fucking believe anybody. I just don't trust anybody.
I respect that.
I say, just can I tell you that I say I respect that to everybody now, and I know who I got it from. Nobody's caught it yet, and I can't help it. I'm not doing it. It rubbed off so hard.
I get it.
I go to my kid.
I respect that.
Like, I respect that, dude.
It's just true. I want to do weed, but I get so paranoid, bro. I get so paranoid. So, sounds like you got to try this kind of weed. I'm like, I might, dude.
Yeah, who told me? Who was it? Some famous guy. Oh, Ludacris said there was a certain kind of weed.
Oodles and noodles.
He said, I'll only tell you off the air because that shit's special to me. And it's all I get, so I don't want everybody smoking it. I was like, okay, sure. And he told me, but to me, I feel like it's a mindset. I feel like there was a time where I was very, very anxious and just not mentally equipped to be high.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where in my life that was not going to work out, and it was not enjoyable. But there was like the addiction of doing it. So it was like I'm doing it, and I'm going, oh. Or, if I did a little bit, I'd be like, I'm not high enough, and I'm like, I do more, I'd be like, fuck. And then I'm like, why would anyone do that?
Yes.
So it's very easy to quit. And then I think just like therapy and divorce and Katie and...
I need to go to therapy.
And this weird... You do.
Yeah.
Really... that dude saves... I feel like I'll exaggerate a little bit. I feel like there'd be a few dead people and I'd be in jail if I didn't have a therapist. That's a small exaggeration.
I get that.
But I fucking have thought things in my head where I'm like, dude, go to therapy.
I've been thinking about it.
Got bad temper too. So
now I got a little cash. I could afford to go to one near my house, not one on the other side of LA. Driving 2 hours just to get.
Yeah, but just talking to someone, you know, it could be a piece of shit wasting your time. But you won't know until you go, and it definitely won't. He won't fucking inflict you with like some sort of weird thing where you're even worse.
No, I get that, man.
If you find the right guy, it will really help you.
Pretty amazing people who go to therapy. Some go multiple times a week.
Well, they're fucked up. I'm joking.
No, they are. I mean, there is something to that.
I would go more if I had the time. I have a lot of questions for him through the day. I think the more I go, the more I can sort of use the tools that he's given me. But there are some, like next week, man, my ex-wife is meeting with me there to like sort out, to make sure that, the kids get the best
I think that's very fucking honorable, dude.
But we gotta trust me. It's so much easier for anybody who gets divorced if you can try to figure out a way to be friends.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, because it's so easy for you guys to piss each other off, and then there's kids involved, so it's like the heartache makes the tension so much higher. People want to, fuck yeah, you want to say it way more because your kids are involved.
Right.
It's like, you get cut off in your car with your kids in the car.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You're gonna kill my kids. People could feel the right to really lose it all of a sudden. Even though that might not be fair.
I do sometimes want to have kids, but we'll see, dude. I've always been like the time is right. I just never happened.
They're overrated.
I just get worried that the world's about to go to shit, too.
That's kind of where I'm at this point. I really feel like, first, divorce is divorce. You got to pay the money. But if I had the kids, or if I didn't have kids, at this point, I was like, I feel like I have enough money where I could bounce, man, and the show can still air, and I can be in a compound. You know what I mean? And I can just be locked and loaded with everything I need. Yeah. And live my own little life, and if the shit hits the fan,
I think about moving.
I got a couple years in the bank.
I want to move into a compound so badly, dude. I just want to do this bunker, end of days, dude. I think about it all the time. water purifier. Just buy everything on Alex Jones's list. Like boom, boom, boom.
See, I didn't watch Alex Jones's list. What is his list?
It's like purifiers, like for water.
Dude, Everlast has tons of water. Like and tons of guns or a couple of guns or whatever. But
yeah, I want to get guns.
I've got guns
for sure.
Tons of guns.
You got fuck tons of guns.
Fuck tons. Tons of bullets.
What's bigger, a butt ton or a fuck ton?
Fuck ton. A butt ton is one gun.
Okay, one. I mean, butt gun.
Who the fuck are you talking? You know what? I have seen the videos lately on Snapchat. There's somebody that told me to follow Snapchat where I do now, and it's just like fucking gaping ass, people shitting in their mouth, fucking guns getting pulled out of people's vaginas. It's just horse fucking, people getting a cow sucking a man off. It's just constant. Just shit where I'm like...
People always send me fish blowing dudes, and I don't need it.
I've never seen that, but I would like... See, I need one. I don't need, like, consecutive...
I'll find the video and I'll send it to you. I don't want it.
But one time I do. I'm not sick of it yet. I've left social media for a couple of weeks. I came back and went on Snapchat, and there was just these huge... There's just this incredible I mean, I've never seen... You can't type in shit that's more offensive. I've never seen anything more offensive than this. And the other thing is I'm starting to feel like it's a girl in Australia, which I'm like, typical fucking Australians.
Right.
But it's like a girl in Australia that, so every now and then it's like her and she's got like dildos on and she's like, suck me cock, mate. And she's super hot. And then she's got like puppies and shit like that, and then all of a sudden it's just like, I mean, I saw a girl in a backyard, and she did a full-on poo into another girl's mouth.
I just can't. That's not my thing.
Oh, I didn't.
I will not be a part of that.
It's not my thing. Just saying.
I can't do it. I can't. Poop is weird. I'll watch a chick get humped by a dog, and I didn't think twice about it. But I can't get into the poop.
No, I was blown away. I was blown away that it was on there when I remember at one point.
It's just getting weird.
Leaving because I got flagged for Katie's tits or butt cheeks, and I'm like,
you got flagged?
Yeah, because it's like it's fucking, there's like the shithole patrol, people that like, I hate that guy. So everything he does from now on, I get fuck it.
Yeah, that happens every time, no matter what video I can put out.
You're outspoken, dude, and when you're outspoken, you say one thing because you don't take it, like you take it for granted. Phone call, you're in a hurry, the dude sucks, you're like, dude, I ain't got all day, fuck off.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck, man, I like your show. You're a prick.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking give everybody your phone number or fucking, I don't know, telemarketer. I don't know.
100. There's always like, no matter how nice the video is, there'll be somebody, I don't like it. There's a video out there. And this is why I never get upset about, like, I just block people. Like, I just block people. I have no time for anybody. It's like, this social media shit's for free. I don't have time for it. Dude,
I only block people that I feel like are only gonna do stuff to piss me off.
Yeah, or they just say like, dude, I hope you fucking die, you faggot. Block. I just not even a debate about it. Block, you know? And it's just like, there's a video
I block everybody on Faction Talk on my own channel. Not everybody, but like pretty much everybody, because I was like, half of you are racist.
Yeah, I mean, there is that.
In my opinion. And then half of you are like...
There's a video of Freddie Mercury and David Bowie singing Under Pressure a cappella.
Yeah.
And dude, is the most amazing video. You'll listen to it. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
There's like 40 people. Don't like. It's like, if that gets 40 dislikes, what hope do any of us have?
Yeah, but I don't... I feel like I'm so conditioned that... I mean, if there's a doubt, I'll consider it, and I won't take it to that much offense anymore. I just don't believe any of you, because I know you so much. I've boiled my blood and confronted you all. I know every one of you. I know every kind of arsehole, every kind of troll, every kind of actual concerned fan that's saying stuff that has no idea how insulting it is.
Yeah.
I have to read through. I've gone through all the lines of all those people to I don't want to say completely say I'm on the other side, but I do. I think the only other time is if I'm having emotional times, which can take diet, exercise, sleep, drugs that have gone through my system, anything that could make me like not be on my game. Sure, anybody can piss me off at any day.
Yeah.
But if I'm on point, I can read through every single one of them these days, and I have to, because the one that is like really reaching out, and I didn't because I was like, fucking idiot, like just attacking me.
Right.
Is the one to me that got away, and on a good day, smart day, when someone says something about how the show changed their life, and you have no fucking idea, dude, you never will. You just know that you fucking changed my life and my family's life, and I'm like, family. Like, a dude listens to the show and he's saying that his family's better off from me. And he's, whether it's true or not, he fucking believes it.
Yeah.
So that's one dude, man. And,
that is cool.
So those are the things that I'm never going to, like, save anybody's life. I'm not a soldier. You know what I mean? Oh, fucking hope not.
You mean like running in, physically grabbing somebody from a fire and running out and stuff like that?
I don't see that coming. You know, I feel like the job that I have driving to work in Los Angeles, I don't see anybody coming flying out of a fire, or, you know what I mean, like 5 dudes chasing a lady. I just don't see that happen in the near future. So in the meantime, you know what I mean, if I can say something nice to somebody on social media, or I can say some shit on the radio that people are like, that shit was so funny, my fucking day sucked so bad. Yeah, I don't even think it's cheesy anymore, because I really fucking believe, I'm like, that can help me with my day. Today, I got this weird panicky thing I was telling you about, this fucking sweaty shit, that's like something going on. Yeah, chills, and I don't want to work out. I haven't worked out forever. And
have you got any blood work done?
Yeah, everything.
When he came back clean,
everything before the show started.
Yeah,
said it's nothing to do with me. You're gonna go back to the other doctor, which means, you know, maybe it's just the HGH, and I haven't trained or something. But
I want to do HGH, but does it make your skull get huge?
No, I mean that's not what the doctor. I mean, maybe because the doctor told me that now there's like 1 million American kids that do it, that are, if they're like small children, that their parents are paying for them to be on HGH. And he's like way bigger doses than what you're doing every day to make them
grow
big adults. Yeah, like fair, normal size adults.
Is that going to not come back and haunt them?
This doctor told me no, but I mean, I don't know if I trust this doctor, as I already have demonstrated. Do not trust anybody.
I don't know. I'd like to, how much is HGH a month?
Like $750.
$750.
But like, but as somebody who is in this hurt, broken thing that is, you know, I told Katie today, like before the show started, it's starting to fucking break me down, man. I'm like, I've done like 4 months of like staph infection, hurt, something, and now my knee's fucked up and my back's hurt, and doctors can't tell me why I'm fucking cold and sweaty all the time, and I'm like, it's freaking me out. I want to go back to the gym and have a little bit of a gym life, and I feel like it's starting to fuck with me a little bit. I want an answer. You know, what am I supposed to do? What is it that I'm doing that needs to stop? Or are they going to tell me I'm dying?
We always think doctors have the answers, and sometimes, you know, the human body's so interesting. It's so complex and mysterious. We always want them to have that. Like, you always think if you get to the hospital, you're good. And then sometimes we see people get to the hospital and it doesn't, and it just blows our fucking skulls.
Well, that's not what I wanted to hear at all, Sam. But
okay. I'm with you, dude. I don't know. I mean, like, dude, I'm a dick joke comic. I wish I had the answers, but I guess you just keep... Can you get off the HGH? Yeah. See if that's it?
Yeah, I guess. I think it takes a while for you to come out of your system, though. I guess I could try that.
I'm just a fat fuck, so
I'm gonna get stem cell.
For what?
My hip and my fucking knee and my back, bro.
Hey, dude, if you can afford it, go for it.
I go for free.
Why?
Because people listen to the show, and doctor hit me up and was like, can you plug us if we give you this stuff for free?
I'll plug them.
Do you want stem cell?
I don't even know what I need
for everybody. I'm like Oprah of stem cell.
Give me a stem cell.
You get stem
cell.
You
get a stem cell.
Yeah.
You get a stem
Before
cell.
You leave, Sam, there's stem cell under your chair.
Reach under your chair. You get a stem cell.
Yeah, people are saying stem cell. You can put it in your IV and it'll like fix your fucking old arteries and shit.
Really?
That's what Mel Gibson said on your friend's podcast.
On Joe Rogan's podcast?
Yes.
Oh man, I would love that. I'm gonna look into that.
Because I feel like that would be one of the plus sides. Because otherwise I will die, surely, a horrible death, if I do not have money to like inject all these weird things where I can defeat all the damage that I have done.
Yeah.
And then I think if I do, And that'll be quite spectacular because I believe that when I get to a certain age, the gold teeth and everything will get boring and face tattoos. And then I'll just have like I was talking to Telly about like Boba Fett mask, but not his because that's fucking douchey. But I would make up my own fucking mask and just talk through that fucker for the rest of my life.
I respect that.
Right, because if your face is like fucking hideous, it's hard to fucking have a conversation when, half your fucking nose is coming off your head because you're 92 or some shit.
I would love if, like, at some point you decide, I hate this head tattoo, and you just go with, like, one of the worst toupees ever. Like, they can't tell it's fake. And you're like, oh, we can totally tell it's fake. Well, like, I would respect if it's, like, not good. Like, you just said,
because I have wigs where it looks real, and I walk around with those legitimately.
Really?
Oh, fuck it. There's two of them over there. Behind you.
Those are great, but I want a bad one.
A bad one.
Yeah, just like one where it's like where it's parted. Yeah, a parted with the comb over. I just think it would be so boss if you're like,
like a good one that looks like I've got a comb over.
Yes. Oh, okay. Like it's just a boss one. And you're like, yeah, it could be real, it could be fake, but now I just got the comb over and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I would wear that for a day.
I want you to look like you sell cars in the 70s. That's what I'm looking for.
I mean, I could start selling cars like there. I could just wear that shit at like I could get away with that. I don't think anybody would even look weird if I just had that and that get up at a used car sale.
I fucking would respect the shit out of that,
dude.
Wouldn't
be good like being a car salesman at like Volkswagen or something.
Yeah, I would love that.
But like, just like, fucking flat, like the weird pant, like what is it, the bell bottom?
Yeah, the bell bottom suit. Yes, dude. What's
it gonna take? I'll give you a deal.
What's it gonna take to put you in this car?
Yeah.
Let's get you in it now.
Yeah. I can get a hairy chest. I'll go with that shit.
I love that. Like you sell cars by day, and you direct porn by night.
Oh,
back in the good porn days.
Not direct porn.
I used to do so much coke. And I would watch porn for so long, I stopped watching for sex, and I'd watch for cinematography. Like, I wanted to find a director who understood the art of shooting porn.
You probably could have been good if you did that much research. I mean, what is being good at as a porn?
I would do it. I asked them to let me direct porn. I'd do it in a heartbeat. I just want to try it one time.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
To direct it?
Yeah, once I was on the fluffy mic. In a porn.
Oh, I respect that.
Yeah.
Did you get a nomination?
No, because I was anonymous. Because I was like, wasn't supposed to,
I get it.
It was like actually like a hookup where, Belladonna.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah, me too. So,
where is she gone in the wind?
She just went to raise her child. I respect
that. I had a girl hit me up who like used to be a savage of porn.
Yeah.
Now she's like, hey,
Sasha Grey?
No, Clara Kilborn is her name. She's not doing it anymore, I don't think. But now she's like, she wants to come to the Comedy Store. But like, she was a savage, dude.
That's what you had to be.
I love her. I respect it.
I respect it too.
I
think people should be nicer because sometimes people were mean to them. Someone was mean to my friends the other day. I'm very mad.
Well, they're mean because of power. Either they can't have sex with them.
My girlfriend's throat and punch in the face extra hard and shit.
In the shooting porn?
Yeah. And everyone was like kind of okay with it, and she was like,
"Hey, not cool."
Yeah,
but she wasn't into it. I don't know the rules.
Apparently, the guy is like extra rough, and that's kind of his
Is it
style.
Wesley Snipes?
No, because I met Wesley. He was on the show.
He's a legend.
He is not the kind of guy that would slap a woman in the face.
Is he a nice dude?
Super nice. Like
he's great.
He's like fucking Yoda nice.
I could pick his dick out.
Yeah, I mean, he's like
a fucking police line.
He's like, Jason, one who looks at the fucking, bird's nest is always in the cage.
What is his life like? Is he like?
I think he does Tai Chi and shit, and he does like weird, like he eats like weird berries from.
So he's like teaching yoga and making fucks.
I don't think he fucks people in the mouth or any of that stuff. I think he's pretty Bruce Lee, and I also think that every now and then he will hire people that will come out of nowhere in his garden where he picks fruit and eats it in the morning, and he will have like Tai Chi battles with them. But like he does fights, but I'll call it Tai Chi. He knows a lot of Taekwondo peaceful shit, but he'll do like squat punches.
Is that how he's making his money, through martial arts and stuff?
No, not at all. I think he's just like got enough money to live this life where he lives like a weird black.
Whatever it takes to get that area that you're happy.
But he knows he's very wise and very like calm, and just spiritual as an absolute bastard.
Is he still shooting porn?
Wesley Snipes.
No, I'm thinking somebody else.
Right.
Okay, I do. He was supposed to fight Rogan.
Yeah, oh, he said that. He was like, actually, very funny story that I don't like to talk about unless Rogan wants me on there. But he was just like, none of it's true. Like, I never said anything about it. They brought it up to me. And then by the time it came up, he just went with it to be funny.
I wonder what he thinks of Black Panther. Because, he was Blade.
He should have been. Oh, no, I said that. And my dude, yeah. The first, but no, it's not. Blade is the first.
The Blade is the first great one.
Yeah, he was really good. I would way rather he was in the Avengers. I
don't know why they didn't. I thought Black Panther was okay. I understand what it represents culturally, and I respect that. But
because Hulk was a scientist and he could get that blue shit that would totally fix Blade, so he wouldn't have to worry about that shit anymore. Yeah, and then he could just go around helping the Avengers.
Right. I wish Disney would buy Blade.
What?
I wish Disney would buy Blade.
Yeah, so whichever one fucking the other black guy goes in, then Blade should go on the other one.
Well, then he'd have to go DC.
Right. Okay. Wait. Blade should go DC.
Blade should go DC because Black Panther is Marvel.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
I think DC will eventually get bought by Disney, and then they'll bring them all together.
Who's a guy that Blade could kill that's in the Avengers? Like in a legitimate fight, if you're watching, obviously, this show, the movie where that popped off.
The guy with the bow and arrows.
I was going to say, he would kick the shit out of the guy.
Because he's the one who's like, everybody else has superpowers.
But I also think that the Blade would beat fucking the bitch as well.
Well, Blade could fight Wolverine. That'd be a good one, because they both heal. They both have, like, fucking titanium sword shits.
Right.
That'd be a fun one.
Right, because Blade could fight him with his samurai sword against Dickhead's fingers.
I love Blade. The first Blade was insane. When he goes to that thing when Tracy Lords takes him into... That's how long ago that was. Tracy Lords was still somewhat of a celebrity. Remember, she was like the original like supermodel porn star, and she pulls into... and she brings him to that super duper rave.
Oh, the stupid nightclub with the crazy beats and then the rains blood or whatever.
Yeah, and then he has to go there and kick everybody's ass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the greatest opening to a movie ever.
It is, because it's raining blood, and those nerds are like, wait, what's going on? It's like, I tell you what's going on, you're getting feasted on, dumbass.
You know what's so funny? We were talking about Wesley Snipes. I was thinking Wesley Pipes, the porn star. Do you know that guy?
Wait, there's that's a bong in
there's
the
a name Wesley Pipes.
Is it really?
Yeah, and he's in every interracial gangbang porno.
Okay.
And I could pick his dick out of a police lineup.
That's a lot of porn you watch.
I used to set records.
I don't know anybody's dick in porn except mine.
I respect that.
I don't have a problem with it. I wish I just never paid more attention to like enough of any particular artist. It was sort of like more, I'd be like, shots.
I'm a scumbag.
Yeah, well, you were.
Yeah.
You know, right now you're not.
I'm not. I'm a G.
Alright, so, thanks for being on the show.
Was this fun? I can't tell. I always feel pressure.
Oh, no, you did.
To be entertaining.
I felt like you did great.
Thank you.
You're like, I would say you're the best guest we've had.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you're like the best out of all 4 guests.
I'll take it, dude.
Easy. And some of them are huge celebrities.
Well, let me just say this to you. I love you to death.
I love you.
Ellis, our friendship has started out on television, and it's now we're podcasting guys.
Podcasting.
And then and it's good. I want you to do stand up, please, man.
I will try.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Because I want to go to Canada and do jokes with Tully, and me and Tully are going to go to like.
I think that'd be great, dude.
We're like, fuck it, let's just go there.
I think, and you know what, dude? You should think along the lines of Shab. Shab is a wonderful comic. He goes up on stage. Is it your traditional? No, but he's storytelling, and people love. At the end of the day, I've done shows where it's so weird. My stand-up's so weird where I slaughter the room. Nobody wants to talk to me at the show. When I have okay sets, line around the door to meet me. It's a whole different thing. You don't know. All they have to do is leave there going, that was entertaining. So when you tell these crazy stories, especially when you're playing to your crowd, they don't need you to be like, boom, 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 boom. They just need you to be like, here's the This is an evening with Jason Ellis, man.
Ah,
and enjoy
that makes it way easier.
I think so, dude. I think you gotta understand, dude, that like, you know, when you think you gotta be like Tom Segura or Bert Kreischer, those guys are their own things, and not everybody's that. People just want to come and see you and experience you. And at the end of the day, if they have a couple chuckles and they hear some great stories and they get to, you know, a guy they love to watch, that's all they want. Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
You're the most honest guy on stage, and it's in turn inspired me to be more honest because you and I are more alike than you think. So I try to get more and more. I'm not completely, but I try to be as honest as I can.
Yeah, me too. I'm super insecure too.
Well, me too. We all are.
Alright, what is it? Tinfoil hat fuckers.
Tinfoil Hat Comedy Night with Sam Tripoli, Punch Drunk Sports, March 25th at the Viper Room. I am doing my live taping, 7:30, 9:30, 1 hour of power each show. And then the big show, June 1st, Cobb Comedy Club, the Tinfoil Hat Comedy Night with Eddie Bravo and me. And then June 2nd, Sacramento Punchline. Again, Tinfoil Hat, myself, Eddie Bravo. Tickets will be available probably by tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Tripoli.
I love you, dude.
Ellistronics. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.
I got to pee bad.
You can piss in that bathroom right there if you want.
Perfect. I thought that's where the guns are.
Yeah, well, there's some guns. There's a bathroom.
Can we turn a light on or no?
Yeah, the light's in the mirror.
Lights in the mirror?
I'm next to the mirror, sorry. On the right hand side.
Okay.